Alright, much brew time. Playing some Freed from the Mulligans. Actually, not Freed from the Mulligans. Freed from the Real combo. In Pauper, of all places. And this is a reasonable 6-card hand. We have one combo piece. We got Gigadrouse. We have some cantrips. I don't think we actually want Fertile Ground. We already got Gift of Paradise. We need our other combo pieces. Let's just Island Preordain. Start getting things set up. Put on top. Put on top. Draw the forest. And pass the turn. See what our opponent's playing. It's an island. Alright. And Preordains. So, something with counterspells, most likely, which means Gigadrouse is going to be our key card. Let's Preordain. Put on top. Put on top. We'll just keep casting cantrips. Thornwood Falls. Go. Hopefully this allows us to sculpt the perfect hand. Let's Preordain. Do we want an island? I think so. Put on top. Put on top. Play the forest. And we'll just pass. We can impulse, but I'm not sure it's worth it, because we want that forest anyway. So I think we just, or the island. Let's draw the island. Ponder. Ooh. Well, let's just take a drift. Put on top, put on top, put on top. No shuffle. Play the island and transmute drift. And we'll just take Freed from the Real for now. So we're slowly assembling our pieces. Spell Stutter Sprite for our opponent. So this is like a mono blue Delver type deck. Will be interesting. Opponent gets in with the Spell Stutter. And, ooh, Ninja of Deep Hours. Alright, that's going to draw our opponent a card. Okay. Let's see what we draw. Guildgate. So I'd like to Gift of Paradise, but it seems very likely to be countered. Opponent's going to keep drawing cards every turn, and we can't really do a thing about that. We Ponder, and then they Spell Stutter it, and then they can still Daze? Well, let's Gift of Paradise. See if they have a hard counter. They do. Alright, there goes one combo piece. Ponder. Well, we found another Gift of Paradise. Play Simic Guildgate. Problem is our opponent's going to be drawing 2 cards a turn, which going to make it hard to keep up with them. They're just going to draw so many counters. Opponent gets it and draws an extra card. Yep. Back up to 7 cards in hand. And we don't actually have any removal, so we just kind of like take it forever. No land. Well, let's Impulse. There's Winzendikon, but we also really need a land. I mean, I guess we got to take Winzendikon and we miss our land drop. That is our missing combo piece. Yeah, we'll take it. It does mean we miss our land drop. I guess we transmute Drift. Get an Invoker. So the problem is we don't have enough mana to do everything in one turn. Spell Stutter's back. So in theory, we can tap our opponent down with Gigadrouse and then combo off, but we don't have enough mana to do it all at once. There's Preordain for our opponent. And opponent passes. Alright, so I guess we're going to have to go for, like, double Gigadrouse, but that doesn't even work. Another Spell Stutter, because our opponent has more lands than we do now. Fairy Miscreant for our opponent. Gets in with everyone. Down to 10. Draws yet another card. Yup. So let's Gigadrouse. Replicate thrice. Tapping down all the islands, or attempting to. Opponent counterspells. Sure. We still get to replicate, so this is fine. Tap. Tap. And, sure, tap. So we have our opponent tapped down. There's Life Spark Spell Bomb. 1, 2, 3. I think we're going to be just a turn too slow. So we Gift of Paradise. We play Life Spark Spell Bomb. And we pass the turn. Opponent gets in with everything. The 3 life from Gift of Paradise is actually relevant here. We drop to 8. Opponent draws more cards. There's a Delver. And a Ponder. Man, we might have to go for it. I think we have to go for it. Opponent will still have 2 lands untapped. They set up Delver flip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh man, if we had one more land, can we? Is there any way we live? So Delver's guaranteed to flip essentially since they pondered 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The other problem is if we let them untap, we could Gigadrouse, hope we draw Gigadrouse. We don't have redundant combo pieces, so we do lose to a counterspell. If we try to untap Gigadrouse, that doesn't work. If we had one more land, I'd feel much better. Odds of them not having a counter are pretty slim. We've seen real counterspells. I guess we could hope they have Mana Leak as their counterspell, but that doesn't even work. Alright, I guess we untap. Another win Zendikon. Pass the turn. See what Delver flips with. Does not flip. Wow. Okay. Now we might be winning. Opponent plays a land. They can't actually kill us here. Attacks with everything. We drop to 1. Opponent draws a card. Or to 2. Opponent draws a card. Spire Golem for free. Well, let's Gigadrouse. Replicate 5 times. Yeah, I mean, this is all we can do. Opponent has not figured out... Oh, returns 2 lands? That's fine. Gushes. I mean, if we get our opponent tapped out, then we should be good. Target land. Target land. Target land. Target land. Target land? We'll see. They can counter copies to keep lands on top. Alright, counterspell keeps a land untapped. Well, if they can stop us with 1 land, then I guess they got us. They did have counterspell. Oh man, we got a Gigadrouse. Let's see. 1 to tap the land. 1 to activate. 1 to tap the land. 1 to activate. Freed from the real is 3. 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, and then 1 to untap and start going. Alright, so I guess we just Gigadrouse the land, no replicate. Opponent floats a mana. Activate our land, freed from the real. Untap. Oh my goodness, we got there. Add blue. Untap. And our post scoops it up! Wow! I can't believe we snug it through there. Oh my goodness! Oh wow, we were in such a fragile place, but we got there. Gigadrouse was super, super huge. So we were just getting run over by little Delvery creatures, but it worked. We set up the combo. Our combo worked. We managed to Gigadrouse. So I think we want Dispels to help force our stuff through counters. I'm not sure what sideboard cards our opponent has for this matchup. I'm sure there's something. What do we go down? I was going to 1 Impulse, 1 Fertile Ground, and, well, maybe 2 Fertile Grounds. Well, let's go down 1 more. Alright, 2 Fertile Grounds. Try it like that. Bring the Dispels. I can't believe we snuck out that win. That was super close. Okay. Lots of tap lands, but this is reasonable. There's a Delver. Well, that's a fast clock. Thornwood Falls. Gain us that life. Pass the turn. Delver. Alright. Somehow our opponent managed to not flip after pondering last game, but did flip immediately this game. Oh, play Lifespark Spellbomb. Play Thornwood Falls. Pass the turn. We are going to need to find lands, and we know our opponent has a counter spell as one of their 5 cards, and I assume they're setting up... Ooh, alright, no ninja. That's good. Opponent passes. Land? No land. Well, let's cycle this to see if we can hit a land, please. Alright, there's a land. Replay Spellbomb. Or play second Spellbomb. Opponent counters. Alright, we don't actually need the Spellbomb. Pass the turn. We might actually want to play a Drift of Phantasms to block Delvers. That might actually be a thing we have to do. Opponent gets it, hits us. Down to... Uh-oh, here's the ninja. Yep, there's ninja. Draws a card. That's a fast clock. And opponent gushes. Okay. Replays a land. And passes. But we get a land. This feels weird, but let's cast Drift. And pass the turn. Opponent's going to try to Vapor Snag. Well, I guess we actually have to try to dispel that. We actually desperately need a blocker here. Using our dispel is frustrating, but... Block Ninja. Down to 7. Opponent ponders. We have our combo pieces in hand. We need like a Gigadrouse or something to actually resolve them. Very Miscreant. And Miscreant. Okay. Opponent passes. Well, that's Gift of Paradise. Go up to 10. Play an island. And I think we just pass. Hope our opponent bites on this impulse to counter it. Another land. Opponent. Block here. Opponent gets to draw. We're actually really close. Let's impulse. There's a spell stutter. Well, maybe if we draw Dispel? Spell Bomb. Well, play Spell Bomb. Opponent counters. So we're missing a finisher is the problem. Yeah. We can go infinite mana, but that doesn't actually win us the game. Because we don't have our Valakut Invoker. Well, enchant it. Untap it. Pass the turn. If our opponent has nothing, we live. And if we draw Invoker, we could win. Preordain. That is a problem we've run into. We've been relatively consistent at setting up... Alright, there's Vapor Snag, and that's game. We've been relatively consistent at setting up the combo, but we often actually struggle to find our single Valakut Invoker, which has been an actual issue for us. Alright, let's run it back. Alright, we get to play first. And alright, we'll give this a shot. The upside of this hand is, I think we just get to slam a Fertile Ground on turn 2. Hopefully. And we have a lot of our combo pieces. So, Simic Guildgate, pass the turn. Opponent goes to 6. Opponent, Island. Well, play the Island. And actually, let's just pass an Impulse. And next turn we can Fertile Ground with mana up to Dispel if we want to. So, Impulse. Well, I think we got to take Gigadrouse. That's one of our most important pieces. Play an Island. Fertile Ground. Opponent annuls. You know what? I think we're going to dispel that since we found a Gigadrouse. Since we have a Gigadrouse, we can fight through the counters in the future. So what we need is to find a way to animate our land, number 1. Gift of Paradise. Well, let's Gift of Paradise. If our opponent wants to counter this, we're fine with it. Actually, we would love for them. Alright, that is wonderful. We don't actually need that by any stretch. Like, the extra mana doesn't hurt, but I'd rather have a counter out of our opponent's hand. Opponent, preordains. I feel like we're actually in not bad shape here. We need to find a Spell Bomb or Wind Zendikon. That's what we're missing. Drift can get our finisher. Gigadrouse can tap our opponent out. Wow, opponent's gonna gush? That feels desperate. Fairy Miscreant. And passes. Oh, play an Island. Transmute Drift. Grab our Invoker. Pass the turn. Opponent brainstorms. Whew, man, this is going to be close. We could use some cantrips, or... Oh, man, opponent finds another Miscreant to draw a card. Cantrips, or just drawing a way to animate a land. Opponent gets in. We draw. There's Wind Zendikon. All right. Pass the turn. And I'm feeling pretty good about where we're at. Opponent does find another land. Goes attacking. Well, we are going to go for it here. Yeah, let's Gigadrouse. Replicate X5. Tap, 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 tap. Wait, there. Alright, let's see what happens. We really need our opponent to be completely tapped out because of Vapor Snag issues. Or we could just draw a Dispel. Opponent mana leaks. Do we get him? Opponent's tapped out. Oh my goodness, I think we got there. So now we win Zendikon. Freed from the Real. And we got there. Untap creature. Tap. It's going to take us a minute to actually kill our opponent, but untap creature. And our opponent scoops it up. We got there. We managed to Giga our way past the control deck. So that was pretty good. Through a lot of counter spells. So, I mean, we'll take it. We'll take it.
Thanks for watching the video. If you haven't already, take a minute and click that subscribe button. It's a great way to support the channel for free, and you'll find the next video in the playlist right here.